What up, you guys? Josh out here in Singapore, and as always, thank you so much for joining me on the Night Out podcast. Now, lately, I have been doing a lot of soul searching. Like I said, have been taking a little bit of time away from the podcast a little bit just to kind of, sit with things and make sure that I'm not in a space where I'm actually really angry or perturbed, because it matters to me how the message comes out, and I want to make sure that it's more informative than it is persuasive, because I don't want to persuade you one way or another. I want you to make up your own mind, considering all of the facts, considering the many perspectives. And right now, I'm in this phase of my business, my career at the moment, where I'm finding many people who have a similar situation that they're dealing with, right? So right now, I'm going to let you know it's a trigger warning, because I'm going to say a couple of things I'm pretty sure you're not going to be very happy with, because if you're used to telling people that, it's the outside world that's affecting your life and making you feel like you're miserable, it's like, it's restricting you, it's the problems are coming from outside of you. I'm going to tell you right now, that's not what I'm going to tell you today. Okay? Really. I have a situation at the moment, a couple of them actually, several different clients and then a couple of family friends who are going through similar situations. And by that, I mean they're having a tough time being happy in their own home, being happy in their home environment, being happy with their regular set of friends, family members, work colleagues, schoolmates, all of that. And what they're doing is they have a cry out for help, but it manifests in bad behavior. Basically, what's going on is they're not happy where they are, so they're seeking validation, desperately seeking validation from people, entities outside of their home. Okay, so that could be in the form of relationships. I've had so many people that have come to me telling me, you know what, I can't be at home, I can't. It's a toxic environment. I can't be with my family, my friends, my brother, my sister, whoever it is, and they are leaving their homes to live with somebody else that every so often they feel validated with, but that is also a toxic environment. And this is the lesser of the two evils. That's basically where they're at, right? And it could be that they're sending nudes or sending selfies. They're looking for love in all the wrong places, like, dating websites or Twitter or Instagram or whatever. Everybody sliding into each other's DMs. And for the moment, they feel validated and seen and heard and appreciated. But it isn't something that is a long-term solution. It's a quick fix. And that's where all the problems are coming from. So what I want to talk to you guys is the fact that if you are in a situation where you're not getting the validation that you seek, you're not getting the kind of attention or the love that you seek, I need you to really put a big, big pause on everything and look at the pieces, the players in your life story, the characters that are in and around you in your life story. I want you to set yourself as the hero, yes, okay? But I need you to look at all the players, the characters that are in your story, because the next thing you need to do is really take a good look at how much of the problems are coming from outside and how much the problems are you allowing into your life. Yes, that is a big word. I know you want to slap me through the phone for this, but that's okay. I need you to hear me. Because if all of your problems come from outside of you, that means you can't solve your problems. You got to wait for those outside entities to solve them for you, which means you are a victim. You are powerless. You are not in a position to do anything. You kind of just got to sit there and take it. But if there is a sliver of hope, if there is some slim chance that you might be able to control some of this, guess what? You do have some power in this. You do have a choice. There is something you could be doing in order to get to the place where you want to be, to move forward, to change your circumstances, to have a better life than you have at the moment. You need to realize that drama is either invited by you, allowed by you, created by you, something. You are the gateway to your life. What you allow is what is happening. So it's going to be real harsh, and I know you're going to hate me for this, but I need you to take a real good look. How much of what is happening to you are you able to say no to? Are you able to tell them, hey, you know what? I don't like the way you're speaking to me. I don't like the way you're treating me. I need more of this and less of that. And once you tell them, if they still do not change or take you seriously, it means that this relationship between you and that person is not important to them. And then the next step is, you need to move away from that person or distance yourself so that you can actually get the kind of life that you deserve, that you want. Because it is possible. I'm telling you that because I've done this so many times in my life where I feel like, I love this person. I want to care about this person. I want to take this person to the next level. I know I can help them. They've asked me for help. I know I can deliver. But something in their character shifts, and for some reason they seem like they can step all over me or use me until there's nothing left for me. And I have a choice to make. Do I allow this behavior to continue, or do I move away because it's now affecting my health or my mental status, or it's affecting the way that I can or cannot work, the way that I can or cannot show up for my own family? And these are the moments where I have to, hey, you know what? Do or die. Either you change and we move together, or I let you be where you are and I move ahead without you. So this is where I'm coming from. To desperately seek validation outside of where you are means that something about where you are obviously is not working. You already know this. But you need to also think about, well, why am I seeking validation from outside? What is it about my current environment that I cannot change? And is it really so bad that I cannot say something and be heard? Children throw temper tantrums to the point that the parent does hear it, and sometimes they don't understand what it is that they're actually asking for. But eventually they will figure it out because a temper tantrum becomes more and more frequent, and suddenly you have no choice but to address the temper tantrum. You leaving the situation and escaping from it doesn't give the people in your life the chance to address the issue that actually exists. You escaping them or leaving them behind and not saying what the problem is makes them think that you found something that's a better solution and there is no problem at home. They continue thinking that they're good the way they are. When you have a child that cries out for help, at infancy stage, they can't communicate with you. You kind of have to troubleshoot and figure out what the problem is. They're going to cry because crying is their only form of communication. And eventually, as a parent, you know what each cry means. It's going to be, what time of day is it? What has happened in the past, couple of hours? What could they possibly be crying about? Are they hungry? Are they tired? Are they overwhelmed because there's so many people like touching them or coming to them? Maybe you're in a family function. It's just too much for them. It's overstimulation, stuff like that. Right? Or did you take something away that they really, really wanted? Why do they want that? What exactly are they asking for? Eventually, you figure it out because there is no communication. They can't tell you specifically what they want. They just cry. They just cry. So if we have the capacity to pay attention to all of the symptoms and the surrounding circumstances to figure out what somebody wants, why is it we don't do that for our loved ones? We just peg them as, oh, that guy's a troublemaker. Oh, this person is a toxic person. We don't look at what it is that they actually need. We don't look at what it is that they actually complain about. Because they are capable of asking for what they want. Sometimes they don't know. They don't know how to put it into words, but you can tell by the way they speak, the way they yell, the things they complain about, you can tell what it is that they really need. So, when you have someone that is reaching out for help, but they reach for it in a toxic way. Maybe they lure you into a fight. They pick on you for something that has nothing to do with you, mostly because they're upset about something else that they have no control over. You need to be able to ask those questions and figure out, hey, okay, this is not normal behavior for this person. This is kind of out of character. What could they be possibly upset about? You need to be able to troubleshoot. But for the most part, a lot of us don't have those skills. We don't know that that's what's happening. We get lured into this argument. We get pulled in with our egos, and suddenly we're fighting tit for tat, butter for fat. You're arguing about the semantics of the conversation instead of what's actually bothering that person. Maybe they brought up your ex. Maybe they brought up your friends. Maybe they brought up, that once upon a time you had a problem and you didn't get over it so fast. Maybe they're picking at you. But what are they actually upset about? And a lot of times they can't draw the conclusion, but you might have to. It's not enough to say, oh my gosh, you're triggered. It's not enough to say, oh my gosh, you know what? Stop doing this because that's happening. You need to be able to draw a clear line of connection between the two events. So when somebody, it might be you, it might be a family member that you know of, it may be a friend that you're trying really hard to, help out, but you have no choice but to sit on the sidelines until they ask you for help. You need to know why they're desperately seeking validation outside of their own home, outside of their own environment. What are they so afraid of? What are they not happy with about themselves that they need someone outside of themselves to tell them, oh no, you're okay. You're beautiful. Oh my God, you're sexy. Oh my gosh, I wish I had a girl like you. I wish my boyfriend would do that. I wish they had a good job like this. I wish all of those things. They cannot come from outside, because if they start coming from outside, you will never be enough as you are. You will need someone outside to help you. The same thing with social media influencers. Some people are really good about just being influencers. They're really good about helping out wherever they can. They're being themselves and people naturally gravitate toward them. It's great. And some people feel truly lost when they don't have people write or comment or like their posts or pictures. They really do suffer a little bit because they don't like who they are. They don't trust who they are. They're not sure of who they are unless someone else outside says, oh yeah, that's great. I love it. You're perfect. That's great. I need you guys to stop and think. I need you guys to make sure you understand those people who make the most amount of noise, those people who find themselves constantly in trouble, they're in trouble for a reason. They need something that they're not able to ask for. They're not getting it in one particular place where they're supposed to be getting it, so they're looking for it anywhere else that they can get it. Most toxic relationships, when people find, the love of their life in some gang leader or drug dealer or something, one of those like bad boys or bad girls, those bad bitches, you know what I mean? They're looking for that because there's a sense of excitement. There's nothing predictable about it. They know that they're going to have to fall in love with themselves to prove that these people that they are worthy. The fact that they seem to be a little bit jealous about who you're spending time with, that feels like love and connection to you because they're concerned. Who are you talking to? Why are you talking to that person? They don't realize that they're trying to control the connection because they don't want you with anybody else. They want you all for themselves, not because they're able to be successfully and securely attached to you. They want someone to control because that's how they validate who they are in their life. And you needing to be needed, that's how you validate who you are in your life. And you see how that becomes a toxic connection, a situation where you can't really win. You can't really be yourself either. So if you notice someone in trouble, if you notice someone suddenly missing, if you notice someone who's acting out of character, please go ask questions. Please, for the love of God, go ask questions. It may be your questions that show them, hey, you know what? Love doesn't have to be painful. Love doesn't have to be difficult. It's not meant to be difficult. It's supposed to be the simplest thing in the world. You give it because you want to, not because you want something in return. That's a business arrangement. I love you because I can. I love you because it's simple. It's easy. I show you support because I know you need it. I show you support because I like what you do. That's it. I don't need you to support me in return. I don't need you to give me any ideas or try and change me or fix anything that you think is broken in me. I'm good. Love is supposed to be that simple. There is no expectation. You just are. And I've noticed from years of working with people, around people, hospitality, marketing, retail, all of that, been dealing with people all my life. And I realize you can catch a whole lot more with sugar than you can with vinegar. You will catch something. Chances are it won't stay very long though, and you'll be heartbroken when it leaves. But the point being is, if you can support someone wholeheartedly and show them that they are okay, that they can trust their intuition, they will grow by leaps and bounds. You will see them bloom before your eyes. But if you push them away because they seem to be toxic, if you prove to them that their theory of the world is no one cares because you're pushing them away because it's a little bit difficult for you, they're going to fall into a toxic pattern. They're going to find somebody who proves to them that they are worth it. And it won't be the best possible solution for them. It'll be the easiest possible solution. It'll be the lowest hanging fruit. So please, if you have questions about how to manage situations like this or how to help somebody you might have noticed is in a situation like this, or if you yourself are in trouble like this, you're noticing it, but you don't know how to exit this cycle, please drop me a comment. Please message me. I would be happy to do the best I can to help. But in the meantime, you guys, stay diligent. Look out for each other. It's really important. Mental health is even more fragile than it's ever been in my lifetime that I've ever seen. People are speaking up, but people aren't being taken seriously. Why? Because everyone's speaking up, because it's a buzzword now. But take it seriously. You can't take the chance that it's not serious. Please. And if you need support, if you need some guidance, you need some help, you know where I am. You know. I'm here to serve. I love you guys. I'll catch you again soon.